Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is a reading for Cancer. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there's a 3 of discs. Very cool. Very nice. Let's put that into some context. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. And as I do this, I would also like to say that if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right, finishing up, Path of the Serpent here. Wow. Yeah, this is an interesting set of cards here. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite deck. And this is the card that we just set aside. We'll put the frog on top. We're not going to look at that until the very end, okay? And hopefully that card will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need, right? So, major arcana, 2 majors. We've got some fire, some air, some earth. We've got some water and some earth, okay? So it is fairly balanced. I mean, it's not the perfect balance of energies, but I think what we have are real breakthroughs. Okay, I think this is a very unique reading in the sense that we've got these tens that come up this way, the 10 of swords. We got the 10 of discs. So it's really like, I feel like it's the end of an illusion, right? It's the end of this this idea. Maybe it's the end of this 5 of swords, right? That would be okay with me. I would like that. I would like that to be what's ending here. Let's start with the 3 of discs, though. 3 of discs is someone who is very focused on what they're doing. You're very focused on your work or some skill that you're developing. The work that you do. Now, I don't mean just your employment. I don't mean your career, your job, or what you do for money. I mean your work. Capital W. What you spend your days thinking about, what you spend them doing, where you go, and how you spend your time, right? What kind of activities are you focused on? What is your central work right now? It could be what you do for money. It could be an artistic thing. It could be something with family, friends. It could be stuff around the house. Whatever your focus is right now. I feel like you're trying to improve. It's almost like you've plateaued, and now you're looking for something that's going to boost you even higher, like into like a breakthrough kind of success, next level, right? I feel as if you've been doing this work for quite a while. You've been learning, developing your skills, you've been getting better, but now things have kind of leveled off. And we need that kick to really get things going again. And I like to associate this card with like one of those drones, with the fans at the bottom. And all of those fans need to be spinning at the same rate for this thing to take off completely, right? And not just kind of fall over. So you need to have the right amount of energy into every aspect of this work, right? Not only the creative, passionate, hands-on side of it, but in the planning, right? In the strategy, in the rest also, right? In the emotional side of it. Everything needs to kind of be in harmony for you to really make some progress, for you to reach a certain height. I think we've done that. I think we've got to a certain height, but now it's just like there's not enough power in this drone to really take it as high as you want to go. You want to see how high it can go. but it's just kind of floating there now, right? It's kind of plateaued. So we're looking for something that's going to give us that kick to push us into the next level, right? We need to like hook this drone up to a bigger battery or something, right? Or on the other hand, we need to take some pieces off to lighten the load so that it can go higher. Those are the two options, I guess, right? Either more power so we can lift what we have, or less stuff so that the energy we do have can raise it up to where we want to go. So in your situation, I kind of think you're doing a little bit of both. I think you're increasing the power supply, and you're also getting rid of dead weight, right? For whatever you're doing, whatever this project is, whatever your work is, whatever you are trying to achieve, whatever skill you are trying to refine and develop, whatever kind of breakthrough success you're looking for, right? It's like going from amateur to professional, right? It's next level. You're trying to level up this skill, this craft, this art, this work. Maybe it is your career, right? Your income, your investments, whatever it is. Spiritual goals as well, I think, are very, very much affected by this kind of energy. There comes a point where I think it is mostly routine now, because we've been at this level for so long that we're not really getting as much out of it as we want or as we used to get, because it's become the normal, right? Flying at this height, we might as well just be on the ground, because it's normal now. So we're looking to go even higher. We need to ascend, right? And what we are ascending into, well, here's the universe or world card. There is no limit. So I think this is in some ways a spiritual ascension for you. I think that it is, you're trying to really make these breakthroughs in your life that will connect you even deeper and more intensely with God, Goddess, deity, with spirit, right? I think you're looking for this breakthrough connection, and from this breakthrough connection will pour out all of this creativity, all of this potential, all of this energy, these ideas, this ambition, this enthusiasm, all of this other energy comes with that, right? So what we're also looking for is our place in the universe, okay? I think we're looking for our star, essentially. And I wonder, maybe the mystery card will be the star card, because I think that's what we're looking for. We're trying to find our place in the heavens, right? Out of all these trillions of stars, which one are we, right? And maybe we've gotten like halfway there and we've plateaued and our little drone is just kind of floating here, can't quite get any higher. So we're stuck a little bit. We're stuck at this elevation. We need to increase the power supply. So here is the 9 of Wands. It's kind of what's behind us. This is like our rocket booster. This is something in your life that is giving you that kind of motivation. This is receiving a confirmation from the universe. This is a sign, a synchronicity. This is something very kind of unique and out of the ordinary happening to you. Okay, this might be a prophetic dream. This could be just a chance encounter with someone that was kind of the last thing you thought would ever happen. Either someone that you've been thinking about, someone that you haven't talked to in a long, long time, maybe showing back up, maybe, a communication like that from someone. Not in a romantic way. I feel like it's someone who maybe used to be a very special influence on you. Maybe an old teacher, maybe someone in a religious organization. Maybe it was just a very old friend, a wise person that you knew. Somebody that hearing from them again gives you the encouragement to push yourself even higher, or maybe they are even bringing some sort of idea with them, right? Or some conversation with them gives you the idea. It's like you get this aha moment or this light bulb goes off and you get this surge of energy and you know what you need to do in your work right now. Okay? Because again, this Nine of Wands is behind you. So I feel like that's the extra power supply that you need to fuel your elevation, right? Your ascension. I think it might be a Sagittarius person. I don't feel like there's a romantic connection with them. I feel like it's more either maybe like a twin flame thing, or maybe someone who I'm getting like this two light sources that are getting closer together, and as they do, their light kind of blends together, right? So I don't know if this is just someone that you have some kind of a karmic relationship with, or if it is a twin flame. I'm just feeling maybe the two of you have done creative work in the past, or something like that. Something like that. I don't know who that is. Maybe they're not a Sagittarius. They might just have that kind of Sagittarian energy about them, right? They've always seemed like an old soul. They've always seemed very wise, or they have a unique philosophy that is kind of exactly what you need to hear right now, you know? So I think you're getting more of a surge of energy from that connection. And I also think that what we're doing is we're going to be letting go of something. We're going to be dropping some dead weight so that we can raise our elevation. And what I think we're really dropping, we're going to do these two air cards together, because this is a 10 and a 5 of swords. So immediately I see we're going from a 10 down to a 5. We're cutting it in half, right? We're getting rid of 50% of the weight here. So that should allow us to climb a little higher. I think this 5 of swords is representing some of your self-deprecating tendencies, some of your maybe self-esteem stuff. It's beneath the surface. It's what's going on kind of underneath it all. I think a lot of that is a negative, maybe a negative perception of ourselves. Okay? It could be a lot of maybe inferiority complex, maybe just some stuff from our past, you know, from our present. Throughout our lives, I think this underlying feeling that we are not good enough, not strong enough, not creative enough, that we can't do it, we don't deserve it, all of these kind of negative things. I don't even like saying them. You know what they are. You know what the 5 of swords is. And that is all stuff that is going to be keeping our spiritual will kind of repressed, right? Because the 5 of swords, it's an inverted pentagram. The point of spirit right here is at the bottom. It's underneath the weight. It's being pushed down, kept down, contained, restricted by all of these heavy elements on top. So what we really need to do, we need to lighten the load. For one thing, we need to kind of cut that negative energy off. We need to put spirit back on top. We need to let spirit take the wheel. Spirit is like the ballast, that's going to help us to rise. And by putting that at the top of our ship or up above the drone, it's going to be like a helium balloon attached to the drone that's just going to help it go a little bit higher. A lot higher, right? So I think that this is, first of all, a recommitment to spirit, to whatever your higher authority is, whatever your higher mystery, your higher power, whatever you believe in. We have to recommit to that in an effort to improve at what we're doing, whatever your work is, okay? And along with that comes the letting go of all of these negative thoughts and feelings and behaviors, everything that's kind of keeping us down. We need to start elevating ourselves, even if it just begins mentally with the positive affirmations, right? That's a start. Positive affirmations, that's a start. And that kind of leads us to this 10 of swords. We're breaking this old mode of thinking. We're breaking out of this kind of this mental container that we've created where we're just kind of we're keeping ourselves down because of the things that we tell ourselves. We're breaking out of that. Right? This is us breaking that pattern of thinking. And that, I think, really opens up the universe to us, opens up the potential. This universe or world card is not only us trying to find out what star we are in the heavens, but this card's saying that the higher we get, the easier it's going to be to continue rising, right? The air down here, kind of where we are now, is very thick, very heavy air. Again, we've got the 5 and 10 of swords. It's very heavy air right here. The higher we get, the thinner the air gets, the more subtle the vibrations, right? The more spiritualized the energy gets. So we are able to rise faster and easier, right? So it's going to get exponentially easier for us. But we have to kickstart things with whatever this 9 of Swords connection is. Whatever this, there's some person in your life that gives you this kind of strength. Maybe they're a family member. Maybe it's just an encouraging word for one particular person that just gives you that surge of energy that you need. It could be through a dream. It could be an ancestor. It could be a spirit. It doesn't have to be a physical entity. But I think it's someone that you haven't really communicated with in a while. Maybe it is an emissary from God, goddess, deity, from spirit. But it gives you that kickstart that you need, and we drop this extra weight, and then we start rising. And the air gets thinner and thinner, so we're able to rise easier and easier and easier. And I think this is the way forward. And what are we moving into? 10 of discs. Wealth. Success. This is the achievement of what you're after. This is the complete refinement of your skill, of your abilities, of your talent, whatever you're working on. This is you achieving that professional status or that, the master status, right? They say, what is it? It takes 10,000 hours of doing something to fully master it. I don't know if that's accurate or whatever. I think that's probably just a metaphor. But this is you achieving that, okay? This is you now being ranked among the master chefs. Great show, by the way. And this is what we want. This is our ideal, right? This is perfection. This is perfect life, perfect achievements. You've reached the height of your career or of your work, of your talent, skill, your art, whatever it is. This is what we want. Now, this is an altitude that we may not ever reach. We may just keep rising up and up and up and up forever, and that's okay. Because at least we're moving, at least we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Even though we'll never attain perfection, as long as we're working toward it, we're happy. If we're just plateaued, then we're stagnating. We're not happy. At least in this instance. So that's all good. What's over here on the path of the serpent? Well, we start with the devil energy. This is that fuel. This is the ambition. This is you being kickstarted by this surge of energy, hooking up to this new power source, right? This is that energy in action. That's now pushing you deeper into this work that you're doing. You're getting maybe more focused on it, more obsessed with it. It's consuming more and more of your time, effort, and energy. And that's a good thing, but there's also a kind of caution there. There's a caution there because the further we get into this work of ours, the more we kind of tighten the blinders around us, the more we're going to be unable to see what's going on around us in our environment. So it could be that we get so focused and obsessed with this work that we do that we don't see the trouble going on in our lives. 5 of discs in your environment. This is someone who is so intense. It's like the mad scientists working on their experiments. They're almost there. They've almost finished. It's almost perfect. And their castle is just blowing up and crumbling and melting, and there's fire all around them. But they don't know. They're focused on their work right here. And, eventually it's going to collapse in on them, right? We've all seen that motif in movies and in stories and books and things. And I think that's kind of what's going on here. So we have to be aware. And this is the card that's saying, look out, right? This is the card that says, there's always a ton of bricks falling. We have to make sure that we keep looking up every once in a while. So when we see it coming, we can just step out of the way. All right. We can't avoid the ton of bricks, but we can move. We can take one step to the left, right, or to the right, and avoid getting clobbered by the bricks. So there will always be pitfalls and disasters and emergencies and trouble and speed bumps and roadblocks and obstacles and challenges and all that stuff. There will always be calamity in life. But as long as we're looking out for it, we'll be relatively okay. We'll at least be prepared for it. We'll at least see it coming. Okay? So as great as all of this focus was on the path of the dove, we kind of forgot what's going on in your life, what's going on around you, right? And I don't want to speculate. This could be a few things. I don't want to say anything specific. It could be different things, financial, it could be health related, it could be in terms of your relationship, it could be, your house needs attention, right? Whatever. But we don't want to be so obsessed and focused on this work that we don't see the ton of bricks that are coming. Okay? So I think this is very important. And the next card is very interesting, 6 of discs. Now this card is in the position of what we don't want. Okay? And this is success. This is material success. This is the card that is basically, you've taken all of this intense work, this aspiration that you have. You've turned it into a very well-regulated routine, business, a successful organization. It's material success. You've got your business, it's up and running. That's not what you want. I know it sounds strange. You don't want to turn this passion just into some kind of boring job, routine. It's not fun. It's just, it's just mundane. It's monotonous, right? We don't want monotone. We want an orchestra. We want a symphony. So we don't want a 6 of pentacles. We want a 10 of pentacles. We don't want the volume to be at a comfortable listening level. We want it cranked. We want it cranked. So I understand this is not exactly what you want, but this is still what you're getting for now, to some degree, right? Because it's here. It's on your path toward the 4 of Cups, and, well, I don't know what's going to happen there when we get there. But for right now, we're taking all this energy, and instead of just kind of letting the disasters happen around us, we're organizing things, we're keeping things structured and flowing. It's a nice, maybe boring and monotonous, but at least it's a steady routine, right? Things are working, things are flowing. It's a nice harmony, a nice cooperation, okay? We still want the symphony. And maybe from this we can get the symphony, but for now we have to at least have this kind of structure and order. Okay. The 5 of discs, that's not the symphony that we want. We want the 10 of discs, right? This is a lot of discordance. This is a cacophony of just disharmony, right? Just wild sounds. Everybody's playing off key and nobody knows the sheet music. We don't want that, right? So we're going to settle for now. We're going to at least as a baseline get a structure, a routine, a rhythm down to it, right? And maybe as we continue to raise our elevation on the path of the dove, then we'll get more of this symphony that we're looking for. But this is a nice place to be, the 6 of discs. I understand why you don't want that exactly, okay? Now the next card, 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is kind of what we want. This is like having really good seats at the symphony, right? This is reaching a point where you can kind of sit back with a cocktail, you're in your comfortable clothes, and you have a front row seat to that symphony, that orchestra, right? So we kind of do want this. I think this is a good thing to strive for, to be satisfied and comfortable enough with what you've achieved that you can enjoy the show for a little while. We don't have to stay here. But if this is the, maybe we didn't quite make it to the symphony yet, right? Maybe this is maybe this is just like a musical or something. I don't know. What's a little bit less than a symphony? I don't know, just a jazz band or something, right? Maybe we didn't make it to the symphony yet, but we can at least enjoy our comfortable seats at the jazz show, whatever. I don't know. You let me know. What kind of music do you all like anyway? That's what I really want to know. So I think that this is being proud of our accomplishments, even if it's not the 10, even if it's not maximum yet. There has to be these periods of time where we can just kind of sit and enjoy a cocktail, enjoy the show, right? And then we go back to work. But these periods of enjoyment kind of let you know that the pleasure really is in the journey and not in the destination. Because like I said, we're never going to get to 10. You can't crank the volume all the way up. You're going to blow the speakers out. So maybe we only get to the 9, right? That's okay. But as we continue to rise and to achieve more and more and more, we have to be able to enjoy it and experience it and allow ourselves to feel good about what we've done. But yes, you're going to go do more, but enjoy the accomplishments that you make as we go along, right? Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the comfortable seats that you have at the jazz band. One day you will be at the symphony. But we have to enjoy what we have. Now let's enjoy this mystery card. Okay. The frog has done an excellent job keeping an eye on the card. This is a little tiny card. This is the borderless Smith weight deck. It's got the gilded edges. It's borderless, and it's a very small card. I rather like it though. As far as what this card could be, maybe we'll see a 9 of cups. Maybe we'll see a 9 of discs. Didn't quite make it to the 10, right? We're not exactly on Broadway yet. Maybe we're off Broadway, and that's okay. Because we're getting there. We're making progress. We're rising. Let's see what we got. We got the world energy, the universe or the world card again. So this is these two cards, God, look how tiny that one is. These two cards are basically saying that, while we're very focused on where we're going and where we want to be, we also have to appreciate where we are. So even though we may have plateaued right now, maybe this plateau is just one of these comfortable seats at the theater or off Broadway or at the jazz show, whatever you like to do. And then we can continue rising and achieving more and excelling and exceeding. And then we'll enjoy those seats too. We have to appreciate where we are in order to understand where we're going. Or vice versa, To appreciate where we're going, we have to understand where we are. So I think this is a really good message. And I think that you are expanding your universe, just the size of these cards, right? Your universe right now may be a little small. Your achievements may be small. Maybe you have a small channel, or your band is still kind of local. Or you're just not at the level that you want to be with your skill or with your career, right? But these are still good seats. This is still something to be proud of. And you're expanding, you're growing, you're getting bigger and bigger, you're doing better and better. So you will eventually achieve this. It's like kind of microcosm, macrocosm, And we're looking to just kind of fill the universe. Fill the shoes that the universe has built for us. So I think you're well on your way. And I think you've got a good grasp of these energies. And I think that you will be achieving your goals, over time. I'm very excited for that. I hope you'll stick around for the extended. We're going to go ahead and do that now. Just click right up here. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Cancer, but for all of the zodiac signs. I want to thank you for taking this journey with me, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.